Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So find the Maclaurin series representation of this function. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, we are going to make use of this. So to do this, we are going to make use of this. So start out with your function. Start out with your function. Rewrite this as this. Rewrite as this. So now you can see that this is of this form. The only difference is that here you've got minus x, here you've got minus x to the power 4. So imagine this as being imagine this as being this. So now you've got x to the power 4. You've got x to the power 4. So this is this. So this is your 1 here, your x here, your whatever here, your whatever squared, your whatever squared, and so on. So if you have x to the power 4, it would mean you would put x to the power 4 here, you would put x to the power of 4 here, x to the power 4 here, and so on, all the way to infinity, which would mean, so this thing here would mean x to the power of 4. So now you've got x to the power 4 to the power of n. So now you've got x to the power 4 to the power of n. And don't forget, remember, hang on, going back to here. Remember, this thing here is this thing here, which happens to be this thing here. But then don't forget, you've got to times by x each time. So this thing here is this thing here. But then don't forget, you've got to times by x. So this thing here is really this thing here, but then you've got to times by x each time. You've got to times by x each time. So that, well, if you tidy this up, that would be 4 times n, which would then be this. So now what you've got here is you've got one block multiplying another block. Don't forget, this block here is like something plus something plus something plus something, and so on. And then here you've got times x. So you've got to do this times x, this times x, this times x, and so on. Well, if you tidy this up, it would be plus 1 here. So if you tidy this whole thing up, it will then take you to here. So once you're here, you can, if you want to, translate it to this all the way to infinity. And then this series is only valid when this thing is less than 1. Because if you go back to here, hang on, if you go back to here, it's saying this series is only valid when this thing here, which happens to be x to the power 4. So when you look at this, is actually x to the power 4. Well, whatever's in here, remember, we've got x to the power 4, which means this will be x to the power 4, which also means this will be x to the power 4, the absolute value less than 1. So we require the absolute value of x to the power 4 to be less than 1. So for convergence, we require x to the power 4 to be strictly less than 1, which also you can translate this as being x being less than 1. Okay, so what that means is if you get a graph plotter and plot this, it will then give you this is our original function. The red line is our original function. But then if you get a graph plotter and plot this, it will give you this blue line. But then if you take it all the way to infinity, this blue line here will map on top of this blue line here will map on top of this red line. But it's only valid between -1 and 1. So it's only valid from -1 to 1. So you can ignore what's beyond this. Okay.